Hello, wonderful viewers, and welcome to SKB Sports TV. And this is the Sports Couch once again. And today, this afternoon, I have the pleasure of talking about this special topic, Manchester United. Today, I'm talking about the Red Devils. And we all know the dominance of Manchester United in the Premier League era and also in English league football, system or the division they have, the EPL, the Championship, the League One, the League Two, the National League, going down. So we know that Manchester United are the most successful, and we all know that Manchester United, even when you add the old English league system, which Liverpool dominated and won a record 18 titles at that time, Manchester United is the most dominant. Was adding the titles they won, which was 7. Yeah, they won 7 titles in the old system. That was from 92 going backwards, and in 1992-93 up to date, which is 30 years in the Premier League existence. You realize that Manchester United is the most successful team. So today, my task here is simple. I'm talking about the dominance of Manchester United in the English Premier League era, and I've labeled it as Alex Ferguson's EPL or Fergie Premier League. Fergie Premier League. Why am I talking about Alex Ferguson? We all know that Alex Ferguson, the Scottish coach, who coached Manchester United for 26 solid years and won numerous titles. We all know that he's the most decorated club manager of all time in terms of trophy wins. The number of trophies you've won, if that's the preamble or the parameter to go by, Alex Ferguson is the most decorated club manager of all time. He won as many as 49 trophies in his 39 years stint as a manager. He started out at Aberdeen in his homeland, Scotland. We all know that he's a Scottish Sir Alex Ferguson. Then he came to Manchester United, I think in 85-86 thereabouts, and left in 2013. And he spent 26 remarkable years winning 13 EPL titles. That means averaging a trophy in 2 seasons in charge of Manchester United. And we all know that he also won 2 European Cups, in addition to Sir Matt Busby's European Cup win in 1968. And you realize that Sir Alex Ferguson added to the legend of Manchester United, and he wrote his own legend. And people tout him or see him as the greatest manager of all time, which is, a very valid argument. I know the lovers of Pep Guardiola, the lovers of Ancelotti, Jose Mourinho will have a different view. But being the most decorated club manager of all time with 49 trophies, during his spell as a manager, you realize that Sir Alex Ferguson is one of the all-time greats. And it was during his time that Manchester United became really a powerhouse in English, football, and also on the European stage. So today we are talking about Sir Alex Ferguson's Premier League or English Premier League or Fergie Premier League. That's how I've titled it. The dominance of Manchester United in this, 3 decades in the Premier League's existence, from 92-93 up to last season 2021-2022, 30 solid years. The dominance of Manchester United. So let's walk straight into it. Today I won't take much time. I think this is a very factual argument, and the numbers speaks for itself. And as you can see, some of the great goals of Manchester United in times past, that's Sir Alex Ferguson is playing behind me. Now, as I said, Liverpool were the most dominant team, pre the EPL era. I think it started in the early part of the 19th century. Sorry, the late part. I think the 1888 or something. Yeah, during that time, that's when English league football, their title, the first division or their Premier title. That's how it was referred to. But it wasn't the English Premier League. That's when it started. From that time up to 92, 91, 92. And Liverpool were the most dominant team. They won 18 titles. Manchester United managed to win only 7 with their past coaches We all know that Sir Matt Busby and all that. And Sir Alex Ferguson came in 1986. He couldn't win any title, but he was given time. And when the league was rebranded into the English Premier League in 92-93, Manchester United, became a powerhouse, and they've taken the city of Manchester to a different level. One day I'll talk about the dominance of Manchester, or even the Northwest, because the Northwest is where Liverpool or Merseyside and also Manchester, is located in England. Okay, it's called the Northwest. So the derby between Liverpool and Manchester United is referred to as the Northwest Derby. We all know that we have London derbies. We have the North London Derby, that's between Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur. We have the London Derby, which is the West London Derby, and North London Derby between Chelsea and Tottenham, or Chelsea and Arsenal. All these derbies are there. If you go to Scotland, which is also in the United Kingdom, the Great Old Firm, the Old Firm Derby between Glasgow Rangers and Glasgow Celtic, two of the most decorated, football teams of all time, with uncountable number of trophies. There's the Old Firm. There's the Madrid Derby in Madrid between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. We have the Barcelona Derby between Espanyol and also FC Barcelona, Los Coolers. We have so many derbies in the world. The Derby de la Madonnina between Inter Milan and also AC Milan. That's the Milan Derby. We have the Derby de Capitale between between, I think, is it AS Roma and also Lazio. We also have the derby between Juventus and also Inter Milan. You see all these great derbies. The Soweto Derby, if you go to South Africa. We also know Boca Juniors and River Plate, that tense derby there. When you go to Serbia, there's Partizan Belgrade and Red Star Belgrade, one of the most fiercely contested derbies in the world. We all know that Red Star Belgrade, Zvezda Zvezda, as they are referred to currently, they are a past European champion, European Cup champion. They won it in 91. So Red Star Belgrade or Zvezda Zvezda and Partizan Belgrade, their derby in Serbia is also one hell of a derby. So there are a lot of derbies across the world. Even El Clasico is also a big derby, even though it's not from the same city. Okay, so the Northwest Derby is a derby between Liverpool and Manchester United, or even you can even see it as even Merseyside against Manchester. So Liverpool playing against Manchester City can also be referred to as a Northwest Derby, but the main one is Liverpool, Manchester United. Everton playing against United, Everton playing against City. All these can be referred to as Northwest Derby because they are located in the Northwest region of England. Okay, so that's how it is. And the reason why the Northwest Derby is between Liverpool and Manchester United because they are the most successful. Liverpool with 19 first titles or English titles, and Manchester United with 20. And as I said, Liverpool dominated the Premier League era, won 18, and in 2019-2020 their German coach Jürgen Norbert Klopp delivered their first league title in 30 years. Since 1990 that they won their 18th title. It took them 30 years in 2020 to win another league title, which is also their only Premier League title, which made it 19. And Manchester United, having won 7 titles in the old era, in the EPL era, dominated and won as many as 13 titles with Sir Alex Ferguson. So, as I've explained, these two clubs, Liverpool and Manchester United, they are located in the Northwest. So the Northwest Derby is one hell of a derby. We all know how tense it is. Manchester City are pulling strings of late. They are dominating, but I know that, and all of us as football pundits or fans or football followers, we know that Manchester United considers Liverpool as their bitterest or closest rival in England more than any other team. So that's how it is. So let's focus on Manchester United and the legend of Sir Alex Ferguson and how they've dominated the EPL in this 30-year existence of the EPL. We are about entering the 31st season since its rebranding, okay? And you realize that Manchester United won the first edition in 92-93 when it was rebranded into the EPL. So Manchester United won the first edition of the EPL, and coincidentally, or how will I even say it, surprisingly, another Manchester club won the last one we played. That's Manchester City, Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. So the dominance of Manchester, or even the Northwest in English league football system, is overwhelming and it's outstanding. The dominance of Northwest or Manchester, because Manchester City have won 6 EPL titles and Manchester United have won 13 EPL titles, making 19 out of the last 30 years. Okay, we all know that Blackburn Rovers won 1, and the Tinkerman Claudio Ranieri won 1 with the Foxes from King Power, that's Leicester City. We also know that Chelsea have managed to win 5 under the leadership of their former Russian billionaire owner Roman Abramovich. Arsene Wenger delivered 3 EPL titles for the Northlanders, the Gunners, Arsenal, and yeah, so these are the winners. And you realize that in 30 years, Manchester have won 19, and Liverpool, Merseyside, have also won 1. Okay, so that means that Liverpool and the Manchester clubs, they've won 20 out of the last 30 years, and Liverpool and the Manchester clubs are located in the Northwest. That's what I'm saying. The dominance of Manchester or Northwest in English league football system is outstanding. So let's walk through it and let's wrap up soon. Today I won't take much of your time. Now, as I said, the first edition, okay, of the English Premier League since its rebrand was in 92-93, and Sir Alex Ferguson led Manchester United, the Red Devils, to win it. They defended it again in the following season in 93-94. Okay, so they won it back to back. When the EPL was introduced, or when the English League was rebranded into the EPL in 92-93, Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United won it back to back in 92-93, 93-94. Now, Blackburn Rovers, you see, they were a surprise package, and they managed to halt the dominance of Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United, and they won the EPL title, which is their only EPL title as at now, in 94-95, led by the former Liverpool legend and also manager Kenny Dalglish. He was their manager, and they were captained by Tim Sherwood. Okay, Tim Sherwood, we all know about Tim Sherwood. They had Chris Sutton as a striker. They had the legendary Alan Shearer, who is the most prolific player the EPL have seen, or English league football system have seen, with 260 goals when he played for Blackburn Rovers, Newcastle United, and all the teams he played for. And you realize that they had those strikers, Chris Sutton and also Alan Shearer, and they had Shea Given was part of that team, that 94-95 Blackburn team. Tim Sherwood, as I said, was their captain. They had Scott Mark Atkins, and they had all these great players. They were coached by Kenny Dalglish, and they won the EPL title. Manchester in 94-95, Manchester United were back again, and they won it in 95-96. Okay, Manchester United were back again, they won it in 95-96, and they defended it in 96-97 with Sir Alex Ferguson again. So the first 5 editions of the EPL, Manchester United managed to win 4 out of the first 5, and they won back to back. And in 93, 94, 95, Blackburn Rovers won it with Kenny Dalglish, and Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United were back again in 96 and 97. Then we all know that there was a time that the English Premier League, it was a straight battle between the Gunners, the Northlanders, Arsenal, coached by the Professor, their former coach Arsene Wenger, and also Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United, or Red Devils, from Northwest or Manchester. And you realize that Arsene Wenger came all the way from Nagoya Grampus 8 in Japan. He came in England in 96, and he managed to stop Sir Alex Ferguson's dominance for some time. He was battling him in terms of the teams winning the EPL, and you realize that they also did very well, and they also won it in 97 and 98. So United won it in 92, 93, 93, 94. Kenny Dalglish, Blackburn Rovers won it in 94, 95. Then you realize that Manchester United with Sir Alex Ferguson won it again in 95, 96, 97. Then Arsene Wenger won it in 97-98. So Alex Ferguson's Manchester United were back again. This time they didn't win it, back to back. They won it 3 times in a row. They won it in 98-99. That was the season they completed the treble. We all recall or remember that famous treble that they won the league, the FA Cup, and also the UEFA Champions League when they defeated Bayern Munich. Okay, they defeated Bayern Munich. Was it Otmar Hitzfeld Bayern Munich? Yeah. They defeated Bayern Munich in 1999 in Barcelona. We all recall how famous that match was. 2 late substitutions by Sir Alex Ferguson, Teddy Sheringham and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came off the bench and they got those 2 goals in the dying best, virtually the stoppage time to win the Red Devils their second European Cup. So that season was a treble or record-breaking season. They won the treble. They won it, as I said, the Champions League in Barcelona. When they defeated Bayern Munich by 2-1 in remarkable circumstances. But they had also won the league, the EPL, and also they had also won the FA Cup. So they are the only team in UK or Great Britain, or let me simply put it, England, to have completed the treble. And we all know that the treble in Europe's top 5 leagues is only 4 teams that have been able to complete the treble. Manchester United in 98-99, led by Sir Alex Ferguson, as I said, and Jose Mourinho's FC Internazionale de Milano, the Nerazzurris of Italian Serie A or Italian football. They won the treble in 2009-2010 with Jose Mourinho, and also Pep Guardiola's Barcelona won it in 2008-2009. When I think the remarkable thing was that they won 6 trophies in that year, the calendar year of 2009. Okay, and you also realize that Barcelona also won it again with Luis Enrique, their former legend or their former player, in 2014-15 with the MSN, Messi, Suarez, Neymar, when they won it, back again when they won it in 2014-15. Yeah, when they defeated Juventus in the Champions League, I remember, in the Berlin Olympia Stadium by 3-1. And so Barcelona have won the treble twice, and FC Bayern Munich also won the treble with Jupp Heynckes, their German coach, in 2012-13 when they defeated their country rivals Borussia Dortmund, which was coached by Jurgen Klopp. Then in 2012-13 they won the DFB Pokal, and they also won the Bundesliga, and they also won the treble again in 2019-20 with Hansi Flick. Okay, so Bayern Munich and Barcelona are the only 2 teams in Europe to have won the treble twice, but Inter Milan and Manchester United are part of that league. So we realize that these are the only 4 teams to have won the treble in Europe's top 5 leagues, which is a remarkable record. So in 1999, Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United won the treble. Okay, they won it again in 99-2000. That's when we entered the 21st century, the new millennium, and they won it again in 2000-2001. So if you see, from 92-93 to 2000-2001, Manchester United won as many as 7 titles out of the first 9 editions. Only 95, where Kenny Douglas, Blackburn Rovers broke their run, and also Arsene Wenger's Arsenal, the Gunners, also won it in 97-98. And so when they won it in 99, 2000, 2001, Arsene Wenger's Arsenal were back again, and they also won it again in 2001, 2002. Okay, they won it again in 2001, 2002, and Manchester United were back again. They won it in 2002, 2003 with Alex Ferguson. That's their 8th Premier League, title. Their 8th Premier League title in just 11 seasons. 8 titles. Arsene Wenger's Arsenal winning 2, and Kenny Douglas, Blackburn Rovers winning, 1. So that's how it was. Okay. Please, I'll be back soon. Just a minute. Okay, just a minute. So, we are back again. Sorry for that break. So, as I said, the dominance of Manchester United in the EPL era is unprecedented. Okay, teams are dominating, especially the last decade. I give it to Manchester City. They are city rivals, and also, you see, Arsene Wenger's Arsenal also, did some remarkable things. But you realize that Manchester United is a special club in English league football system, and they are the best team in the English league football system. It's undebatable, it's undoubted. I don't care the records you have. Manchester United winning 8 EPL titles in the first 11 seasons. 8 EPL titles in the first 11 seasons from 92-93 is remarkable. So as I said, they won it again in 2002-2003 after Arsene Wenger had won it in 2001-2002. Then Arsene Wenger won it in 2003-2004. That was his third title for the Northlanders, the Gunners, and it was a remarkable achievement, and it was a milestone. As at now, no team in the English Premier League era, or I think even in English league football system, have managed to win, or even in the UK. If my memory is no, I think Celtic have done it in Scotland. Okay, but in the English league football system, no team have gone an entire season without losing a game. Okay, no team have gone the entire season without losing a game. The only team that came close to the exploits or the achievement of Arsene Wenger's Invincibles in 2003-2004, where they won the league, with, I think they amassed as many as 90 points. They amassed as many as 90 points, and they didn't lose a single match. I think they won, I think, was it 26, 28 matches, and they drew 10. I'll confirm, okay? And they drew 10. I'll confirm for you. I'll confirm, because it was a remarkable, achievement. It was a remarkable achievement. The Invincibles. Yeah, they went the entire season without losing a single game. Because of that, their league trophy was, made golden. It was a golden replica that the English, football league system awarded to Arsenal. So they are the only team to have won the EPL title where their trophy was golden, because they didn't lose a single game. So it was golden. Let's look at their points. I think it was a remarkable one. Yes, they won 26 matches and they drew 12, losing none, and they amassed 90 points in that season, scoring 73 goals and conceding just 26. Okay, that showed you their team was awesome. Okay, in as much as Manchester United also completed the treble in 98-99 with players like Dennis Irwin, the Irish player. They had Van der Goen from Holland, he was a goalkeeper, and Peter Schmeichel, the famous Peter Schmeichel, who is part of the father-son duo to have won the EPL. He won it with Manchester United, and also in 2015-16 under Claudio Ranieri, the Tinkerman, Kasper Schmeichel also won it with Leicester City. So part of that few father-son duo, Peter Schmeichel with Manchester United in 99, Kasper Schmeichel with Leicester City in 2015-16. Okay, and we also know that Sean Wright Phillips also won the league. Okay, Sean Wright Phillips won the league with Chelsea, and his father Ian Wright also won the league with Arsenal under Arsene Wenger, I think in 97-98. Yeah, so these are some of the remarkable records, father-son duo to have won the EPL. So as I'm saying, their record was so amazing when they broke Manchester United's run of 2002-2003, when Manchester United won their 8th league title in just 11 seasons of the EPL. Arsene Wenger came strongly and won his third title for the Gunners, which was also their 13th overall in English league football system. They are third in the EPL, and they are 13th, in the English league division, the Premier Division. Okay, and it's a remarkable season. winning 26 out of their 38 matches, drawing just 12, drawing 12, losing no game, scoring 73 goals, conceding 26, and amassing 90 points. That means that they dropped just 24 points that season. So it was a remarkable record, and their trophy was a golden replica one awarded to them, and I think it's unprecedented and it's unmatched as at now. Okay. So during that time, you see, we all know that the language football understands now is money. And when I look at Kotoko and House of Folk, how we are struggling to match up with, especially the North Africans, Elali, Wydad Casablanca, Esperance, especially Elali, their dominance in Africa. And also, when you look at even teams like Simba from Tanzania, TP Mazembe, and all these, teams, club teams on the African continent, which their national teams comes nowhere close to the Black Stars of Ghana on the international level, but on the club level, because they've had an injection of money or funds by rich men, they are making strides in Africa. And as I said, the language football understands now is money. Let's look at when the Qatar Sports Investment Group (KOSI) came and took over the leadership of PSG in 2010-11 or 2011. Let's see, how dominant PSG have been. Yes, they've not won the European Cup, which is their most coveted trophy they want to win, but they've made the finals and they lost to a grandmaster in Bayern Munich, and they've dominated the French football. They are now a powerhouse in Europe or on the European stage, same as Manchester United, where the Abu Dhabi, also came and they took over. I remember their first major signing was Robinho from Real Madrid, Steven Ireland, Shea Adebayo, Carlos Tevez, and all these great players came through the ranks. And they've also been a force to reckon with in Europe. They've also lost a Champions League final to Chelsea the last 2 seasons, but they've been, a very top team at the top, level. And they've been the best team in England in the EPL in the last decade. That's the last 10 years. Manchester City I'm talking about. So the language football understands is money. So until our clubs in Ghana, until we find ways of rebranding, our league, getting sponsors and getting money into the league so that we can buy the best players or keep our best players, don't lose them abroad, don't lose them to our rival clubs, and compete very well with these top African clubs, it will be very difficult for Kotoko and Haas. This the gospel truth. That's how it is. So from 2003 coming downwards, as I said, 2003 Manchester United won the EPL, and Arsene Wenger's Arsenal won the EPL with 90 points, going unbeaten in 2004. Roman Abramovich, as I said, Chelsea's former rich or billionaire Russian owner, came. We all know how passionate he was with football, and he came to buy Chelsea. And he injected money into it. So during that time, Chelsea too came into the picture, and they won their first league title in 50 years. Since they won it in 55, Chelsea went 50 years without winning the league, and it was delivered by the special one, Jose Mourinho. The previous season, Claudio Ranieri, the Tinkerman, who eventually won an EPL title or a league title in his coaching career, which I respect him very much. He's coached in Spain, I think in Valencia, coach in Italy, AS Roma, Sampdoria, and he's coaching across the world. But he always, he does well, he builds players, but he doesn't win the big trophies, okay? And finally, he managed to win it with Leicester City, the Foxes, which was unheard of. It was, an underdog win. They were, I think, over 1,000 to 1 to win the EPL. And that season, with the presence of even Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. At that time, Guardiola's Manchester City, Guardiola, I thought it was the last season for Pellegrini. Guardiola was with Bayern Munich at that time. But 2015-16, we had, Jose Mourinho's Chelsea, and we had Manchester United and all these top clubs, Tottenham Hotspur, but still, Claudio Ranieri won an EPL title. But he started a project of Roman Abramovich, okay? And he led Chelsea to their maiden or their first UCL semi-finals, where they were eliminated by the eventual losers, AS Monaco, coached by Didier Deschamps in 2003-2004. That was the first season of Roman Abramovich, and his first coaching appointment was the Tinkerman Claudio Ranieri. Okay, Claudio Ranieri. He led Chelsea to their maiden, EPL. Their maiden UEFA Champions League semi-finals when they lost to Fernando Morientes, Dado Perso, Ludovic Julis, Patrice Evres, AS Monaco, that wonderful team that also went on to eliminate Real Madrid, or had eliminated Real Madrid in the quarterfinals, and they eliminated Chelsea in the semi-finals, and they lost to Jose Mourinho's FC Porto at Gelsenkirchen at the Veltins Arena of Schalke 04. Okay, so, and that prompted Roman Abramovich to break the banks and go for Jose Mourinho, who came with a couple of his players from Porto, Ferreira, and I think Jose Bosingwa and co came to Chelsea. And we all know that Jose Mourinho delivered Chelsea's first EPL title, or first league title, in 50 years, in 2004-2005. So at that time, there was the injection of money from the Russian millionaire Roman Abramovich. Because of that, Manchester United, had a little bit of difficulty with their dominance of the EPL. Arsene Wenger won it in 2004 with 100 points, and Chelsea won it back to back with Jose Mourinho, the special one, when they won it in 2005, and also they won it in 2006. And you see, remarkably, in 2005, Jose Mourinho's Chelsea nearly equaled Arsene Wenger's Invincible the previous year. They won the league with 95 points, losing just one match. They lost just one match. Okay, that shows you the significance of how difficult it is to go through an entire season without losing a game. Because that Chelsea, team had one of the best defense in Europe at that time. In that season, their highlight match I remember was when they eliminated a star-studded FC Barcelona team coached by Frank Rijkaard in 2004-2005 from the round of 16 stage. Chelsea had lost the first leg at the Camp Nou 2-1, where Didier Drogba was red-carded. But at the Stamford Bridge, under 19-20 minutes, Barcelona were found chasing shadows, where they were, treated to a remarkable counter-attacking football from Jose Mourinho's team. I remember Damien Duff and Frank James Lampard scoring 2 goals. Yeah, Damien Duff getting a goal there, and Ronaldinho, we all know, did his magic, scoring one of the remarkable goals we've seen in Champions League football when he danced his way and slotted the ball past a sea of Chelsea defenders. Ricardo Carvalho. We had players like William Galá, and with Peter Cech in post. That team was solid, their defense. Okay, and John Terry got the winning goal when they beat Barcelona by 4 goals to 2, winning 5-4 on aggregate, when they eliminated the Barcelona team with Ronaldinho. Iniesta was coming through the ranks as a young player. They had Xavi, they had Belletti, they had Carles Puyol, and all these great players. But still, Chelsea team, who had played their maiden semi-finals the previous year under the Tinkerman Claudio Ranieri, managed to, defeat that star-studded Los Culés team, FC Barcelona team, the Blaugranes. And that season, as I said, I've emphasized on how strong their defense was. But yesterday, they couldn't go through the entire EPL season without losing a game. They lost a game, just a game. That shows you the significance of Arsene Wenger's invincible record, which has not been matched as at now. These great teams, Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, who have achieved a centurion in 2018 and also even 2019, also won the league again with 98 points, losing just 30 points in 2 seasons between 2017-18 and 2018-19. 100 points in 2018, 98 points in 2019. That's Manchester City's record performance under Pep Guardiola. Yes, still they managed to lose matches. They didn't go invincibles. So going invincible is special. That's why their EPL trophy was a golden replica one. You see, and the significant thing was that Jose Mourinho built it on the platform or the work done by the Tinkerman Claudio Ranieri in 2003-2004, because as I said, they made their maiden semi-finals, losing to the eventual losers, AS Monaco, coached by Didier Deschamps then, and they also placed second to Arsenal. They had 79 points. In the season, Arsenal went invincibles, Chelsea placed second, and Manchester United were third. So when Jose Mourinho assumed, the coaching role in 2004-2005, he built on it, won the league with 95 points, even better than the points hauled by Arsene Wenger's, Invincibles team the previous season. But they lost a game. That's how it is. And Chelsea defended their title again in 2005-2006. So as I said, the injection of money by their Russian owner at that time, saw Manchester United had to contend with Chelsea and also Arsenal. And even Arsenal went out of the picture because that was their last title as at now, 2003-2004, the Invincibles team. that had Ali Dere. They had players like Robert Perez, the late Jose Antonio Reyes, the Spanish, winger or midfielder. They had Thierry Henry Daniels, Dennis Bergkamp. They had, players like Tony Adams, Laurent Tamimeya. That Invincibles Arsenal team was so amazing. Kolo Toure, all these great players, and they went the entire season without losing a single game. That was the last win of Arsene Wenger in his almost 2 decades spell at the Gunners Arsenal, and that was Arsenal's last win in the EPL, their 3rd win in the EPL, which was their last, and their 13th in the English Premier Division. And you realize that since then it was a straight battle between Chelsea and Manchester United. So Chelsea won it in 2005, 2006, back to back with Jose Mourinho, and Sir Alex Ferguson came back strongly and did a remarkable record. You see, that's why Manchester United, I believe, the Red Devils, they are the best English team on the land. Okay, not abroad or not overall, but in terms of the English League football, the Premier Division, the records or the numbers speak for itself. 13. 7 more than their closest rival or their closest team, which is their city rivals, Manchester City, who are second with 6 titles. So as Ferguson's Manchester United won as many as 13 EPL titles, 7 more than City, and even 8 more than Chelsea, who are on 5 titles, 5 EPL titles. Okay, and 12 more than their bitterest rivals, Liverpool. So that's how it was. So since 2002, 2003, that's Sir Alex Ferguson won Manchester United's. He won them their and it was an 8th EPL title in just 11 seasons. They went for, I think, 4 seasons without winning. They went for 3 seasons: 2004, 2005, 2006. It was won by Arsenal, Chelsea. So they were back again, and they won it in 2007, 2008, 2009. So they won it 3 times in a row. 2006, 2007, 2008, and even that season, 2007-2008, they won the league and also the Champions League, beating Chelsea at the Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow. You all remember that was Chelsea's first Champions League finals, and you all remember that it was a wet night, and John Terry, who had the opportunity to win Chelsea or the Blues, the pride of London, which I agree. I remember I made a video, the reason why Chelsea are the best English team on the 21st century in England, and I still stand by that fact. Since the injection of money by their Russian owner Roman Abramovich at that time, we realized that Chelsea, they've been very dominant not only in England but abroad. Okay, and they had a chance to win their maiden UCL, but they lost it to Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United, who won the double that season, losing only the FA Cup. They won the league and also the Champions League in 2007-2008. Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United will make the Champions League finals again, this time losing to a better team, one of the greatest ever teams the UCL have seen in a season, one of the best assembled squads of all time in European football and also in the EPL. Pep Guardiola's FC Barcelona, Los Culés in 2008-2009, and you realize that that evening in Moscow too, Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United lost to a better team, Pep Guardiola, led by Lionel Messi, Thierry Henry, and Samuel Eto'o. And that Alex Ferguson's team that won, that did a three-peat. Three-peat is winning the league, 3 times in a row, or winning the championship you are contesting 3 times in a row. Okay, that's three-peat. And in the Champions League in recent times, Real Madrid have managed to do that under Zinedine Zidane when they won it in 2016, 17, 18. That's the UEFA Champions League, which is a remarkable record. But Sir Alex Ferguson's United, what makes them special is that they've done the three-peat, not just once but twice. As I said, they won the league in 99, 2000, 2001. So they were the first team to win the EPL in 92-93. They were the first team to win the EPL in the new millennium in 2000 and also in 2001. So they won the league 3 times in a row in 99, 2000, 2001. And they repeated that same feat in 2007, 2008, 2009. So their dominance is absolute in the EPL era and in English league football system. Okay, and we all know that 2010, the Don Carlo Ancelotti won the Blues' third EPL title for them. in 2009-2010, where Ancelotti, led the Blues to end, Manchester United's run. But it was a remarkable one. Now, in 2010-11, Manchester United were back again. At that time, they had lost Cristiano Ronaldo. So that team that won the three-peat, between 2006 to 2010, that's 2007, 2008, 2009. They had Carlos Tevez. Carlos Tevez came through the rank. They had Darren Fletcher. They had, Michael Carrick, Cristiano Ronaldo, of course. Who recently joined the club 100. The recently ended season. I'll talk about the reason why United are great. I'll add to their legend. The reason why they are great. They've achieved another remarkable record, which I'll touch on soon. Cristiano Ronaldo is the latest addition to the club 100, which I've made a video to that effect. Realize that they had, Gary Neville, who was part of the class of 99, that won the treble, same as Paul Scholes, same as Wes Brown, who passed through who was also part of that team. They had Ryan Giggs, one of the best, midfielders or players in European football and also in the EPL era. And they had all these players. Edwin van der Sar was imposed for them. And they had this Asian player, one of the best Asian players in the EPL era, Jin-Sung Park. You see, that team of Manchester United that won the three-peats in 2007, 2008, 2009 of the EPL, they were so remarkable. And Ancelotti's Chelsea won it in 2010. And Manchester United were back again in 2010-11. They made the Champions League finals again, won the league, but this time without Cristiano Ronaldo, because Cristiano Ronaldo had left them for Madrid, okay? But Manchester United won the EPL again, which was, as it were, their 11th title. Their 11th title. As I said, the first 11 editions, they won 8 from 92-93 up to 2001-2002. They won 8 titles. Okay, up to 2002-2003. The first 11 editions, they won 8 titles. Arsene Wenger's Arsenal won just 2, and Kenny Dalglish Blackburn won 1 in 95. Arsene Wenger's Arsenal winning it in 98 and also 2002. Okay, before they did the Invincibles record in 2004. So if you draw the line from 92-93 up to 2003-2004, where Arsene Wenger won Arsenal's 3rd title and also where they made that Invincibles record, Manchester United, out of 12 seasons, won as many as 8 EPL titles, with Arsenal winning 3 and Blackburn Rovers winning 1. It was so remarkable, and they did the three-peat in 99, 2000, 2001, and they won the treble in 99. Okay, now Manchester United did a three-peat again with this squad I just touched on. They won it in 2007, 2008, 2009, winning their 9th, 10th, and 11th title in a row. So as I said, I'm repeating again, they are the only team in the English league football system to have won the league 3 times in a row. The three-peats, the EPL, they've won it 3 times in a row, not just once but twice. Okay, and Carlo Ancelotti's Chelsea won them their 3rd EPL title, in 2010 with Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, Nicolas Anelka, Florent Malouda, John Terry, and all Alex and co. They came through the Brazilian defender, all those great Chelsea players, Salomon Kalou and Colbert, Mikel Obi, Michael Essien. But we realized that Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United were back again in 2010-11 without Cristiano Ronaldo, led by Wayne Rooney, who is one of the most prolific forwards the EPL have seen. I think he's just second to Alan Shearer. Wayne Rooney finished his career with 208 goals. Yeah. I think just 52 short of Alan Shearer's all-time record of 260. And I think his record is in danger of being surpassed by Harry Kane this season. Harry Kane is close to Wayne Rooney's record. So you realize that Wayne Rooney was their main man. They made the Champions League finals again. We had played the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, where Mexico, impressed with Chicharito, Javier Hernandez. Alex Ferguson went for Javier Hernandez together with Wayne Rooney and all those great players. I think Michael Owen even came through the ranks during that time. But in 2010-11, Michael Owen was part of that team that won the EPL. you realize that and surprisingly, that's Michael Owen's only EPL win. He won it with Manchester United, a rival club of Liverpool. We all know that Michael Owen is a legend of Liverpool and won the Ballon d'Or in 2001, playing for Liverpool, where they beat Deportivo Alaves in Dortmund by 5-4 in the UEFA Cup finals. That coach that led Liverpool to that title was Gerard Houllier, and Michael Owen beat Raul Blanco Gonzalez of Real Madrid to the 2001 Ballon d'Or when he was a player of Liverpool. He left for Madrid, played for Newcastle, came back to Manchester United in an unusual move, because they are two bitterest rivals, Liverpool and Manchester United. And you realize that Michael Owen won his only EPL title playing for Manchester United under Sir Alex Ferguson in 2010-11. So that season they made the Champions League finals again, and you realize that they lost to Pep Guardiola's FC Barcelona again. That MVP, Messi, Villa, Pedro, that team, it was virtually the same team as the 2009, with only the absence of Thierry Henry and Samuel Eto'o, and they replaced them with Pedro, an academy or La Masia graduate, together with David Villa, who had mesmerized at the Mundial in 2010, same as Javier Hernandez, who got his big money move or his big move to Manchester United. You see, that's why this Mundial, the World Cup, is a special event, a special football tournament, the greatest football tournament in the world in terms of the value. And we all know how we want Ghana to do well, how all these foreign players or players that weren't born here are coming. It's a big platform. I remember Kevin Prince Boateng got his move to AC Milan when he helped Ghana reach the quarterfinals, and he starred in that tournament in 2010 in South Africa. So South Africa, that World Cup, that Mundial was a special World Cup. It was the World Cup that got Javier Hernandez, Chicharito, his move to Manchester United. And it was that same World Cup that got Kevin Prince Boateng's move to AC Milan. So you see, so it was so special, and as I said, that was also the same World Cup that got David Villa his move from Valencia. We all knew how great a striker he was, and as of now, I think he's the most prolific player in Spain's history. La Furia Roja, the Spanish national team. David Villa is the most prolific player. I think he's above Raul Gonzalez, and you realize that he led Spain to their maiden or their only World Cup in 2010 in South Africa, and he had also starred and top scored the European Championship in 2008. That team was coached by Luis Aragonés. May he so rest in perfect peace. The late Luis Aragonés, that won Spain's first title in as many years, I think since 1980 there, about where they won the European Championship. Luis Aragonés led La Furia Roja, the Spanish national team, to their first title in so many years, where they beat Germany in that finals in Austria. And the headmaster, that's Vicente Del Bosque, he's part of the few coaches to have won both the Champions League and the World Cup, and also the European Championship in 2012. He's such a special coach. One day I'll talk about the legend of the headmaster, as people refer to him, Vicente Del Bosque. So the Villa top scored Euro 2008 and helped Spain win it. He mesmerized in South Africa, helped Spain win the World Cup, and he got his big money move also to Barcelona. So in 2010-11, United won the EPL and they lost the Champions League final in England at Wembley in London to Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. And at that time, Messi was at the pinnacle of his career, and we all know how good Messi is. And at that time, that Barca team, as I said, had lost Thierry Henry and Samuel Eto'o to FC Internazionale Milano in Italy, and also Thierry Henry to, I think, the MLS. But they replaced them efficiently with La Masia graduate, as I said, Pedro Rodriguez Ledesma, who even scored in that finals against Manchester United in Wembley, and David Villa Sanchez, who also scored in that finals against Manchester United in Wembley. And we all know that the great Lionel Messi also got one goal. When Rooney, their main man at that time, together with Javier Hernandez, Chicharito, Antonio Valencia, and all those great Manchester United players, excluding Cristiano Ronaldo, when Rooney got the solitary consolation goal for the Red Devils. So United won their 12th EPL title in 2010-11, but they lost the Champions League finals to a better team, one of the best assembled squads of all time, as I said, the Barcelona team of 2008, 9, 10-11, and also 14-15, the MNS, the 10-11 MVP Messi via Pedro, and the 2008-9, where they won all the trophies they competed for. With Messi, Eto'o, Thierry Henry, Daniels. You see, those three teams are one of the best assembled squads of all time. Okay, so 2011-12, Manuel Pellegrini led the Citizens, the Blues, Manchester. No, it was the Italian tactician Roberto Mancini. And you all remember that famous, last minute goal by Sergio Kun Aguero, Manchester City's best player arguably of all time, and also their top scorer, their all-time top scorer. He won Manchester City's first EPL title in so many years. So I think in the EPL era, that was their first title. Okay, that's their first title from 92-93 in the EPL era. That was their first title, and Roberto Mancini, the Italian tactician, saw that victory, that EPL victory by Manchester City, and the most painful thing is that they pipped their city rivals, Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United, to that title on goal difference. So we recall that on the final day, they were playing against Queen's Park Rangers, that had Djibril Cissé, who even scored. They needed the points themselves to escape relegation, but results went their way in the other matches. So even though they lost, they still managed to be in the league in 2012-13. That's the following season. But 2011-12, the final day was so remarkable, same as the final day of the recently ended season, where Manchester City came from 2 goals down to win against Aston Villa, a former Liverpool legend, Steven Gerrard coaching Aston Villa. They took a 2-goal lead, Felipe Coutinho scoring, and you realize that Pep Guardiola's Citizens made a remarkable comeback. They won the match 3-2 at the expense of Liverpool, who also won their match against the Wolves, Wolverhampton Wanderers, but they still fell short to Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, who won their 6th EPL title. Okay, so 2011-12, Roberto Mancini led the Citizens to their first EPL title. And Aguero time, I recall the commentary by Peter Drury. Aguero, how he scored that goal, because I remember they were 2 goals down or 2-1, Edin Dzeko scoring, leveling the scores, and Aguero had his moment, his EPL moment, and got that goal. So it was remarkable. That was Manchester United's city rivals, that they refer to them as the noisy citizens, the Citizens. That was their first EPL title. And as I said, they are the second on the list, second to Manchester United, who are on 13 titles. City are second on 6 titles before the Blues, Chelsea, the Pride of London comes with 5. You realize that since that time, they've been very, very dominant. And Manchester City, I'll make a video to that effect. They are the best team in the last decade in England. And the records they've chalked, especially under Josep Pep Guardiola, is so remarkable. So, Aguero, made sure City won the league on goal difference. They finished on 84 points, the same number of points. 89 points. I think 84 points, yeah. But the goal difference, they had a better goal difference than Manchester United, and they won the league in remarkable circumstances. So that's how it was in 2011-12. So Alex Ferguson I think he was embittered because he thought he had won the league, which would have been his 13th EPL title, and that was his penultimate season. So in his last season, he went for Arsenal's legendary striker from Holland, Robin van Persie, who had also starred for Arsenal but had no EPL title to his credit or to his name. He moved on to Manchester United in the summer of 2012. So 2012-13, he was their player. That season, the Champions League, they were eliminated by their former players' team, Cristiano Ronaldo's Real Madrid, from the round of 16. And that season too, that Real Madrid team was also coached by the special one, Jose Mourinho. So Alex Ferguson was eliminated by his former, goal-scoring great or former player, Cristiano Ronaldo, and also his former rival coach, Jose Mourinho. But he bought Robin Van Persie from Arsenal. Van Persie took the number 20 jersey, and he promised the fans of Old Trafford that he would deliver the title that they lost, to their city rivals under bizarre circumstance, on goal difference. And true to his words, Robin Van Persie scored over 20 goals and helped the Red Devils to win their 13th EPL title, and also his first personally as a player. So that's how it is. 2014, Liverpool nearly won their first title with the Scottish coach Brendan Rodgers, but they lost the title. You all remember Demba's goal that Steven Gerrard slipped, and how they also threw away a 3-goal lead at the Selhurst Park to Crystal Palace. That culminated in Manuel Pellegrini's Manchester City pipping them, to the title. We all know that Manuel Pellegrini, I just love him personally. He took Malaga to their maiden Champions League, and he went all the way to the quarterfinals, losing to the eventual losers Borussia Dortmund in 2012-13. He also won Manchester City's second EPL title. He took Manchester City to their maiden Champions League semi-finals, where they were eliminated by the eventual winners Real Madrid in 2015-16. So Manuel Pellegrini, he's a wonderful coach, and he also took Villarreal to a Champions League quarterfinals, and also their maiden semi-finals in 2006, quarterfinals in 2009, and we all know that he delivered Real Betis' first title in 17 years when he won the Copa del Rey last season. So Manuel Pellegrini, I just love him personally. Unfortunately, he lost the La Liga title to Pep Guardiola's FC Barcelona, where he amassed as many as 96 points in 2008. 2009-2010, when he was the coach of Real Madrid. His only season at Real Madrid, he amassed 96 points, but lost the title to Pep Guardiola's Barca, who amassed as many as 99 points. So Manuel Pellegrini is one of the most underrated coaches, but I believe just like Claudio Ranieri, the Tinkerman, he's a very, very good coach. Personally, I love Claudio Ranieri, and I love coaches like Manuel Pellegrini too. So Pellegrini won the Citizens their second EPL title in 2013-14, where they pipped Liverpool, who had the title in their grasp, but they slipped when their skipper Steven Gerrard slipped, and they lost the title to Manuel Pellegrini's Manchester City, which was their second title. Now 2014-15, Jose Mourinho, who had moved from Real Madrid to Chelsea at the beginning of 2013-14, he was the catalyst, or he was part of the reason why Liverpool lost the title to Manchester City that season, 2013-14, where Steven Gerrard slipped. It was Jose Mourinho's Chelsea that saw them Baba and the others scoring and beating Liverpool at Anfield by 2-0. I recall Jose Mourinho celebrating at the cup end in front of the cup, in front of the Liverpool fans, agitating them. And Chelsea, who didn't win, I think they went trophyless in 2013-14 with the special one, but he ensured Liverpool lost that game, and eventually they lost the title to Manuel Pellegrini's Manchester City. So in his second season, in his second stint at Chelsea, as I said earlier on, Jose Mourinho delivered their first title in 50 years for the Blues in 2004-2005, won it again in 2006-2007. We all know that he left for Inter Milan, won the treble, as I touched on, came to Real Madrid, did so well in his 3 years, won the Super Cup, the league, and also the Copa del Rey, winning the league with 100 points in 2011-12 in La Liga, and he was the first coach to win the top 5 leagues with 100 points and a record number of goals, 121, which is a record in La Liga as at now, and even I think in the European top 5 leagues, no team have won the league with 100 points and also with 121 goals, which is unheard of. Even the famous MSN, Messi, Suarez, Neymar, their closest is 114, 117 goals. Mourinho won the league with Real Madrid, scoring 121 remarkable, unprecedented goals, which is the best in Europe's top 5 leagues. And with 100 points, he was the first coach to win the league with 100 points. Before Barcelona's Tito Villanova replicated that feat in 2012-13, and also before Antonio Conte also won the Scudetto with La Vecchia Signora, the old lady Juventus, in 2013-14 with 102 points. As for Antonio Conte, his Juventus side surpassed the Centurion, the 100-point haul, and Pep Guardiola's Manchester City also won the league in 2017-18 with 100 points. So these are the teams to have won the league with 100 points. And the special one, Jose Mourinho led Los Merengues, Los Blancos, the Vikings, Real Madrid, the White Angels to the La Liga title in 2011-12. He was the first manager, or Real Madrid were the first team to have won the European top 5 leagues with 100 points before others, followed suit. And Mourinho, the special one, I just love him. Recently, last season, he delivered the Romanistas their first European title in their history. Okay, so that's how it was. So his first season, he went trophyless. That was his first season in his second stint at Chelsea, 2013-14, when he left his post at Real Madrid and he came and took the Blues. His second season in charge, 2014-15, he won Chelsea's 4th EPL title, okay, for them. And we all know that things didn't go well the subsequent season, and he left in 2015-16. But 2015-16 was the season that Claudio Ranieri won with the Foxes, Leicester City, okay, which was, as I said, they were about 1,000 to 1 odds to win. One of the most, unlikeliest EPL wins. I think even they were more of an underdog as compared to Kenny Douglas 94-95 team of Blackburn. Because that Blackburn team, as I said, they had Chris Sutton, they had Tim Sherwood, and they had the Premier League's all-time top scorer Alan Shearer at that time. They had Shea Given as a goalkeeper, so they had experienced players and they did that record. But Leicester City with Jamie Vardy, and also who was playing in the EPL for the first time, I think that was the second season in the EPL. And Jamie Vardy, one of the best, strikers the EPL have seen, and one of the most prolific strikers post or after the age of 30. We all know that he's part of the Club 100, same as Ian Wright of Arsenal and some other players who were very prolific after turning 30 years. I just dug my heart out. I respect Jamie Vardy so much, and together with players like Christian Hoots, the former Chelsea defender, Fuchs, this German player, it was German, Fuchs. I remember that player, Hoots, and with Wes Morgan, the Jamaican, skipper, who was also the skipper of Leicester City. With players like Mahrez, N'Golo Kante, Danny Drinkwater, Al Brighton, these great players, and they managed to win the Foxes their only EPL title under the Tinkham and Claudio Ranieri in 2015-16. Now 2016-17, Antonio Conte, had left Juventus, took a sabbatical leave, and he came to England, and in his maiden season, he won Chelsea's 5th and their last EPL title for them, with players such as Eden Hazard, Diego Costa, and starring for Chelsea. You realize that Diego Costa was also part of the Mourinho team that won it in 2014-15. Yeah, and Eden Hazard was the main star in that team. That also had John Terry and all that. I think Frank Lampard had left for Manchester City. So 2016-17, Antonio Conte won it for the Blues, which was their 5th title. And Pep Guardiola, that was Pep Guardiola's first season. He placed 3rd in the EPL, and Pep Guardiola won the league for the Citizens, which was their 3rd title in 2017-18 with 100 points. I remember the current Arsenal striker, who is the former striker for Manchester City, the Brazilian Gabriel Jesus, coming off the bench at the St. Mary's against Soton Southampton to get the winning goal. That eventually helped them win the league with 100 points, which is unheard of in the EPL, a very difficult league, arguably the best league in the world, arguably the most competitive league in the world, arguably the most difficult league to win in the world in terms of the nature of the league and how it is. So winning the league, without being beaten, going invincibles in 2004, defeat by Arsene Wenger, winning the league 3 times in a row, not once but twice, defeat by Alex Ferguson's Manchester United, and win the league with 100 points. And in 2 seasons, 2018-19, they also won the league with 98 points. So they pipped Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool to the EPL title again. So they won the league back to back. 100 points in 2017-18, 98 points in 2018-19. So in 2 seasons, that's a total points haul of 228. They amassed as many as 198, dropping just 30 points in 2 seasons. That's a remarkable record, because a 38 or a 20 team league, 38 matches league, the total point haul is 114. So if you win it with 100 points, that means that you drop just 14. And in 2 seasons, the total point haul, is 228. So Pep Guardiola winning the league with 100 points in 2017-18, defending it again in 2018-19 with 98 points, beating Liverpool, who placed second with 97 points. We realized that in 2 seasons, they won the league with 198 points, dropping just 30 points. So that feat was also remarkable. And Liverpool will win their only EPL title, or their first EPL title, or their first Premier title since 1990, which took them 30 years in 2019-20, where the German tactician Jürgen Norbert Klopp, who was also the last manager to win a Bundesliga title before the dominance of Bayern Munich. We know that Bayern have dominated the league and won it in the last decade. Okay, so that's how it was. Jürgen Klopp won the league with Borussia Dortmund in 2010-11 and 2011-12 before Bayern began their decade dominance of the EPL. So we know that he moved to Liverpool in the season of 2015-16, and finally in 2019-20 Liverpool won their only EPL title as at now, which is their 19th first Premier title or English Premier title. Okay, so that's how it is. And the last 2 seasons have been won by Manchester City again, Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, which is their feet and their seat title. So the last decade, or post Alex Ferguson, Manchester United have really struggled, and the upcoming season will be a decade long. If they fail to win the EPL, that means that they've gone 10 years without winning the league, which is unheard of, from 92-93 through to 2012-2013, which was the first 2 decades. You realize that the first 2 decades or 21 seasons, you realize that Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United didn't go more than 2 or 3 seasons without winning the league. But this coming season, 2022-2023, will be the 10th straight season. If they fail to win the league, to be their 10th straight season. But all said, putting everything together, Manchester United, the Red Devils, especially under Sir Alex Ferguson, they are the best league. They are the best team in the English league football system and in the EPL era and in England, winning remarkable 13 EPL titles. As I said, the closest to them is their city rival, Manchester City, with 6, followed by Chelsea with 5, Arsene Wenger's Arsenal with 3, Liverpool, Blackburn Rovers and Leicester City with 1. And you realize that Alex Ferguson's Manchester United, the dominance of the Red Devils in England in the EPL is absolute. So they are the best team, winning the league 3 times in a row, not once but twice. In 1999, 2000, 2001, and also in 2006, 7, 2007, 8, 2008, 9. It's so remarkable. So there you have it. Say Alex Ferguson's EPL, or the Fergie Premier League. The Fergie Premier League. I believe I've delved deep into it, and I believe you all agree to the fact that Manchester United are the best team in the English League Football Division. From the EPL, the Championship downwards, they are the best team. They are the best team in England, in the EPL, in the league. Okay, the contest is the league. They are the best team, and their dominance is so absolute. Their dominance is absolute. Yes, other teams have achieved remarkable records. Pep Guardiola's City with the Centurion, Arsene Wenger's Arsenal with the Invincibles, but the achievement by Manchester United, their dominance is absolute, and we hope that with their new manager Erik ten Hag, they'll be able to get back to their glory days and also come back strongly in Europe, because they are one of the best teams in the world. We all know that their fan base in Asia, in America, and all over the world is remarkable, and the Red Devils are the best team in England. Okay, the best team in England in the English League football system. They are on 20, Premier titles, 1 more than their bitterest rivals, Liverpool, and in the EPL contest, they have 6 more than their city rivals, Manchester City, and they have 12 more than their bitterest rivals, Liverpool. So that's how it is. So there you have it. English Fergie League. I think the league can be renamed to EFL, English Fergie League, or EFPL, English Fergie Premier League, Sir Alex Ferguson's Premier League. There you have the dominance of Manchester City in the 30-year existence of the EPL is so remarkable. 13 titles in the last 30 years. So you realize that the other 17 have been shared by the other teams. The other 17 have been shared by Manchester City, their city rivals, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Blackburn, and Leicester. So only 7 teams have managed to win the EPL in this 30-year existence. And Manchester United have won 13 of them. So they are so great. So the Red Devils, for me, I just love that team. And you realize that I believe today all of you agree with me that Sir Alex Ferguson's dominance of the EPL was remarkable, and it can be renamed to the English Fergie Premier League, or Alex Ferguson's Premier League. And Manchester United are the best team in the English League. See you next time, and I believe you have to subscribe to SKB Sports TV on Facebook. If you go, if you search Sami Boateng, you see my page. All the videos are there. You can watch, like, subscribe, comment. You can share to your friends to also enjoy, because this is an educative an educative sports program or sports show. We delve deep into issues, okay? And we also do tennis and all that, and with the upcoming US Open, which will be played from 29th August to 11th September, we also delve deep into it. I think in my subsequent videos I'll do some videos on tennis too, but most will be based on football, European football. And I believe you've enjoyed today's show. If you go to YouTube to search for SKB Sports TV, and you subscribe, you watch, you comment, you share, then you also enjoy these educative shows. God bless us all, and see you next time.